So you're making sales, but you're not profitable. That is what we're gonna go over in this video, because there are a ton of ways that you can increase your ROAS, sales, stuff like that. So this video will basically go over if you're making sales. I mean, you will learn if you're not as well. But if you're making sales and you're not profitable, I'm gonna show you guys how to increase the ROAS, cut out all the bad ones, and how you actually can transfer sales into actually being profitable. Because there's no point running this business if you're not profitable. Last video's free 30-minute consulting call giveaway winner is Triple J 9K saying need a call, bro. So I guess it's your lucky day, you won. Message me, my Instagram will be here, and same goes for you guys having questions about coaching or anything like that. So you're making sales, but you're not profitable, right? And what could the reason be? Guys, don't just read all of these ones and leave. That's not gonna help you. But you're making sales and you're not profitable, right? And what could be the reason? Because there will be a lot of reasons here that might be the case that you're making not sales, but not being profitable, from your page, your ad copy, your creatives, how you're scaling, and how you run your Facebook ads. Maybe just a product. Not every product is scalable. So how do you choose ad sets? How do you increase ROAS is what we're gonna go over now. You need to choose the best interest. But what I mean by how to choose ad sets, that is saying right here, is that how do you choose which ad sets to leave, or the ad sets to cut, and the ad set to keep scaling. If you have a sale on an ad set, you know, straight after a test, just leave it running. If you like, so when you're testing something, you're making a couple of sales. If an ad set has sale, I would leave it running, unless you have like a lot of ad sets with like 10 plus sales. Then you might cut the one with only one sale. But if you have ad sets, you know, after like $10 to $15 spent with 0 sales, you want to cut them, because the main reason a lot of people are not profitable is because they don't get rid of what's not working and they hold on to what's not working. If your overall campaign ROAS is 1, you could increase that to 1.5 if you just remove some bad stuff, right? And ad copies and creative scaling, it's what's really gonna help you increase the ROAS if you know how to do it right. Picture using might be bad, it might not convert that well. So what you can be doing, you gotta test out different pictures, different videos. You just duplicate all your good ad sets into a new campaign, like we talked about in the last video, I think. Duplicate your good ad sets into a new campaign. Test with different videos, different thumbnails, and different ad copies. What you actually write in the ad. Are you going to try to convert, doing, you know, copywriting in your ad, trying to sell with words? How do you do your ad? How do you use your pictures? Does your picture suck? Maybe you could get another one, stuff like that, because that's really going to increase your revenue. If you have a bad picture, you might still get sales, but there's a lot of people that are just going to scroll through it and label you as a scammer. I don't know, but there's stuff like that, right? So you got to really take into consideration what you're actually marketing, and you got to pay attention to what's working. Scaling is about getting rid of what's not working and making what's working work even better. That's sort of like the definition of it, right? So if you're not able to see what's working, you're not able to be that profitable either, because you want to make sure that you find out how you can make what's working work even better. So if your product is here right now, which is good, and this is like really, really good, how are you able to get it up this, right? And how are you able to get the bad ones down here and the good ones up here? That is a skill for sure. How to run ads right now. Why you shouldn't narrow is what I'm going to talk about right now. I told you about this in my scaling video with approximately 700 views, posted 2 weeks ago or something. Make sure you watch that one, because it's my most for sure in-depth video on scaling. It's a really valuable one. Facebook is broad right now. You don't have to narrow things down anymore. If you launch an ad set and you launch, let's just say you launch 4 different pictures, for an example, 4 different ad copies, you will see that even though they're all running for $10 a day, one of them will get a higher reach. Same goes by your ages and stuff like that. If your ages is 18 to 65 when testing, and 18 to 30 doesn't engage at all, Facebook is going to stop delivering it, or almost stop delivering it, from 18 to 30, and only focus on, let's just say, 35 to 65, because they figured out what's working. So there's no point narrowing down to 30 to 65 or like 50 to 60 in the age ranges when Facebook does it for you. That is the thing here. Don't narrow stuff down so much, at least not from the beginning. Duplicate, increase budget, add in more interest, stuff like that instead. Don't narrow things down. It's not really a point anymore. And CBO scaling, you really got to get that one right. If you have, like, let's just say you have 3 to 5 ad sets, or if you have more, that's obviously better. 7 is cool. But if you have anywhere from 3 or 4 to like 5, 6 ad sets, that's doing pretty good. The ROAS like at least over 2, but you have like 7 plus sales. It would be better if you have like 9 sales, but if you have 7 plus sales, duplicate the winning ad ad sets into a CBO and run it for how many ad sets you're having in it. One ad set in a CBO should be $50. So if you have 5 ad sets, that means a $250 CBO. If you have 3 ad sets, that means a $150 CBO. I wouldn't do it before I have 5 ad sets doing good, but that is up to you. If you don't know what a CBO is basically just Facebook choosing which ad set they're going to spend money on. It's a really powerful thing to learn, and it's not really that hard either. It's really simple. People overcomplicate it, but CBO is the real deal right now. And then it's also your product page. Your product page might be a reason why you're not making sales, but I don't think that's the main factor. That's not how you become profitable, really. But I mean, if your return drops by 0.50%, which is like a half percentage, I mean, that might affect your profits massively, even though you don't think that, right? So make sure you get your product page right? I have videos about how to make a product page. I'm going to make a new one really soon, in like a week or something, on how you can make product pages as well. But you want to have pictures, you want to have social proof, such as looks, reviews, you want to have the currency converter. That's for sure what converts. If you don't have a currency converter, most people are just going to leave it. That's really important in 2020. I was almost going to say 2019. You need a currency converter for sure. What is your offer? How are you against your competitors? That's like these two here, offer and competitors. They're both honestly the same. If your offer is way worse than Amazon or other people selling your product, how do you suspect to be profitable? Yeah, someone might buy from you, even though you're $5 more expensive than Amazon. There's a lot of people that's gonna search it up on Amazon. So your offer should be better than your competitors. But if you want your offer to be better than competitors, find a product that competitors doesn't have. If you're able to find a new product on AliExpress that no one else is running, what's the pricing problem then? Because there's no competitors, there's no one to keep up with, so you could just run it on your own price, right? So competitors' offers and stuff like that is Amazon. That's just basically Amazon or other people dropshipping. You gotta pay a little bit of attention to Amazon, but I'm not saying that if you find an awesome product and it's on Amazon, you shouldn't leave that product. You should still try to test it. Amazon, you can't let Amazon dictate your actions, but you definitely gotta keep up to them, research them, and see how Amazon is doing right now, right? Not all products will be easy to scale, and this is a main factor here you guys need to keep in mind. Don't hold on to your product if it's not working. That is just how it is. Sometimes you just gotta go for that new product and know what you do after a test. This one is important if you want to be profitable. Know the right steps and don't run ads without knowledge. Invest in a mentor or stuff like that. It's gonna make you profitable. Let's just say you spend $700 on a mentor. That's gonna be a return of $700,000 in the future if you really put in the work and your mentor knows what he's doing, right? So don't run ads if you don't know exactly what you're doing, and know what to do after a test. What I mean by this is when you tested a product for $5 a day or $10 a day, 7 ad sets, whatever, running for 1 to 2 days, 48 hours, what do you do after that? Because there are different strategies here. So what you do if you have 2 to 3 sales, I recommend doing this if you have 3+ sales in one ad set, but it might work with 2+ as well. Duplicate it and increase the budget. People say it's a 50-50. That depends. Look at your ROAS. Do you have 3 sales or more? Is your ROAS good at the same time? Well, then just duplicate and increase the budget. But one thing important there, when you duplicate something and increase the budget, never turn off the old one that you duplicated. That's just gonna mess up. The duplicate isn't a guarantee it's gonna be successful, but as long as you're duplicating it, you're not really destroying anything other than your pixel might get a little too much, but who cares? That might happen, but it still might be able to be profitable. In most cases, if you have 3 sales or more in an ad set with a decent ROAS, you should be safe to duplicate from like $10 to $25 a day, no problem. Then what you also do after a test, this is more like after a test, but this still comes to being profitable. If you want to be profitable, you want to delete one ad set every day and add in a new one. So you want to get multiple interests to work for you. So if you run an ad and you got 7 ad sets and you have a couple of sales in some of them, you delete the worst one after 48 hours and you add in a new interest. If you get more interest to work for you, you're able to turn off the one that's not working for you. So I would love to show you guys an example, but that's not going to be possible right now because Facebook got some problems. I don't know if it's my country or anything like that, but I'll do it in the next video. I'll show you guys inside of one of my ads managers and we'll take a look at that. But that's how you basically can increase your profit. It's about getting rid of what's not working. Don't hold on to something that's not working. Just get rid of it. Test your creatives, make sure to actually using good pictures and stuff like that, and don't run pictures that's not working. If you run 3 pictures and one of them are working, there's no point running the other ones, right? So then you'll increase what people see that's good, right? So they only start seeing the good picture. Stuff like that. You just need to pay attention to what's working, make what's working work even better, and get rid of what's not working. That is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys really liked it, and make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll get back to you guys later.